So here we are, about August 19th, which is about 5.5 months post-surgery, and probably for the last several weeks, I would have to say that I've noticed no change or improvement whatsoever. I had very rapid recovery and was very happy with everything, but the number one continued issue that I have is with my nose. My upper lip is still kind of stiff, a little bit numb in places. My gums still don't feel correct. My lower lip and my chin are on a permanent feeling of being under Novocaine. My teeth hurt when I eat, but it's getting a little bit better, but not a whole lot. I just think it's going to take time. The nose thing is really just frustrating the shit out of me. I can't breathe now. I played soccer in a tournament not too long ago, and I realized that I can't breathe out of my nose because it collapses when I take a deep breath in, because there's no septum. The septum is sideways, and I'm scheduled for a reconstructive surgery where they're going to have to take one of my own ribs and some rib cartilage to rebuild the nose on the inside. The doctor said, plan for a week to 2 to up to a month to recover. And obviously this was not a planned event. This was a complication from the original surgery. Out of concern about the constant problem with my nose, I did request the medical records from the hospital in the event that I need to just seek legal counsel, and just to make sure that the surgeries are covered, really, more than anything else, so that it doesn't continue to cost me out of pocket. And in the medical records, so to back up, the surgeons told me, and it's been discussed on every time, the person that pulled the tube, the breathing tube, screwed up because my septum was detached. Obviously during the surgery there was a stitch holding it in place, and when they extubated me, that they moved the septum, and they tried to fix it in the ICU the next day. It didn't work, right? So in their medical records, whomever pulled the tube probably was not very keen on what the hell happened in my surgery, it sounds like. And it says extubated without incident, yet the next morning it says noticed saddle nose, deformity, physician fixed at bedside, which what that related to or resulted in was some 9-ish-year-old resident who came in and stuck his thumb inside of my nose to try to straighten manually my septum. Well, it didn't work, obviously, because I have this awesome looking appearance, and my nose septum is completely flat. It's like sideways. It's supposed to be like this. It's like this. And the doctor said, we'll get that fixed once it heals. Give it 3 months. So 3-month follow-up. Went back to the ENT. The ENT said, "Oh, yep, that's not something I can fix. Go to a plastic surgeon." Go to the plastic surgeon, who's supposedly an ENT, very nice guy, and says that's a little bit more than I'm comfortable with. I know a guy who is more experienced in facial reconstruction, so I go to another guy who deals with trauma patients and gunshot patients and cocaine addicts to rebuild noses that are messed up, and mine is that case, and it's a medically necessary reconstructive repair, which is going to require them to take one of my ribs or rib cartilage, put on the inside to rebuild my nose. So if you can imagine how excited I am about that, because of my schedule and the recovery time, I cannot get surgery until September. So that will put me 6 months out from the surgery, for me then to have to start almost over again with a 1-month recovery from a significant surgery. So really unhappy with the way things have progressed over the past month or so. I was off to a really, really rapid recovery and got really, really good gains and was happy, and have hit a plateau, and it's likely because of this fucking nose thing that I need to get fixed. And you can even see this is not what I looked like before, and it's just just uncool right now and uncomfortable. And between presenting at work and speaking on the phone and doing presentations in front of groups of people, and oh, by the way, coaching and presenting to parents and meeting people and talking in the public, I'm out in front of people every single day. And when your appearance is a part of what you do, it is affected to the not positive, let's say. And from a self-esteem perspective, luckily I'm kind of an asshole and have some confidence, because otherwise I think I would just get out of the public eye and go crawl in bed. But I can't do that. I need to move on, and it's a setback, and it's something I have to live with, but nothing that I'm happy about doing. So anyway, another long-winded update, but I just feel like this stuff has to get out there. Most of this is more, I think, cathartic for me to just be able to get this off my chest, because it's an interesting thing when you feel discomfort, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and it's now going on almost 6 months.